is there more soldiers on the other side of that EMA? Did they go pick up new soldiers? Because, you know, now that it's weak, to kind of give y'all a little background, right? I love trading. I've done trading for a long period of time, and oh, come on, 4:30. Come on. Let's go. What up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and around the world. We're going to go ahead and go over some alerts and how the system works. If you don't have me saved, I think it's a good time to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That way, I can let you know when I am online. My goal is to release these videos 3 times out of the day to the best of my ability. So subscribe so that we can know what is going on in the market. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. The first thing I want to go ahead and start with ticker command. What is going on over there? Kind of give a little bit of a recap from earlier this morning. So you could kind of see Google was coming down to that downside, right? And I get it. I know y'all want to go ahead and take a Google to the downside, but it's not always like guaranteed, right? But you could see, bang, entry, and then boom, it finally hit that take profit. So I want to go ahead and do another shout out to another subscriber. Thank you very much for subscribing, Mr. Marcus Foreign. All right, I hope you got some foreigns over there. Appreciate you. All right, so go ahead and just this trade is something that's relatively solid. And if you saw the video from before, you will notice that I told y'all that the entry at 317 was going to be key for that entry to the downside, and it paid well. All right, nice break of structure. It just took a little bit of work to do it. It didn't start that until 115. Was it riskier? Yes. Does it look like a bear flag? Yes. Does it stay down here? Not what these wicks are saying. So we might not going to make it to TP2, which is 306, but 310, 309, that's a psychological level, and that's probably the reason why we are doing the bounce that we are doing right now. So just be patient. All right, what else we got? So we already got the alert saying, hey, get out of there. All right, they let you know 310.64, that was our take profit. Affirm, right, this one a little bit after we kind of looked at this. I had a feeling since the TP1 was there that it was going to go ahead and continue to the downside. I did consider reversing this, and if we reverse that, you would see that it did hit TP1, 2, and 3, right? This is just calculated to see what I've back tested repeatedly to kind of see what's the potential in that case, and that was a perfect example of what it is capable of, and you can kind of see what that looks like. So these are all day trades. All the day trades are done. Let's go ahead and see what's going on the swing trade side. What I got for y'all? So Alcoa did his job. I already told y'all about that, but let's look into it. This is something I did earlier in the week and letting y'all know what was going on over there. It's based on a 2-hour chart, and this is why it's important for you to pay attention to your entries. The stop loss did warn you that we're probably going to get up there. Do not wait for $11 more of price action to get out of a trade. Not all trades are 100%. I am not a fiduciary. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a guy that go ahead and set up some algos, and it's going to tell you when to make some money. Enjoy my drink. All right, well, that said, what do we have now? I want to kind of do a little bit of a recap of some of the stuff that I've already covered in itself, because I'm now moving this out of the private space and bringing it into the public space. If you look down below, there's a big old description down below. Don't forget to support your boy when it's all said and done. Scalping access is available with the Cyber Monday special. $27 for life. It is going to continue for a long period of time. I suggest that you go ahead and relatively sign up. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, so what do I have for y'all? Again, this whole entire thing, I want to say thank you to those over at Trade Hero. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be right now, because at the end of the day, we had a lot of hiccups when it was all said and done. And you know, at the end of the day, when it comes down to business, nothing ever happens so smoothly, and we are trying to dissect all the problems in itself. So looking forward to go ahead and continuing to decide and making more money. But that said, the link down below will give you access to particularly ticker command, which is going to give you all the alerts and the potential levels that you should be looking for, so that way you can go ahead and push to that great profit. I got people texting me right now. Yes, I am live right now. Yes, I am. I am. People are like, are you live? You know, some of my subscribers. All right, so let's talk. I want to go ahead and get into something that is a little bit near and dear to me, and I'm working on it to kind of see what the game plan is going to be going forward. This is going to be my investor relations. It's a big section that I'm working on, so that way it's things that are possible for you to play an accumulation and continue to the upside. Let's go ahead and break down a couple of them that came in today. This one is closed and that one is closed. Let's talk about Hood. So Hood had had an opportunity based on the 1 day. Let's go ahead and look at that. Oh yeah. So with Hood, if this is just a pullback, right, and if that pullback is supposed to hold, right, then that means this will be a good time for you to go ahead and hold on to Hood. Now let's break this down in its totality. All right, I don't want y'all to go ahead and, you know, brainstorm outside of the realm of understanding what you're supposed to do. This is for investments, aka leaps, aka shares. So in the case of this, if this holds this level, hopefully this doji holds it up, right? Look for this thing to continue to the upside up to 153. Now you can kind of see the market has been rising lately, and this could be an opportunity for you to play to the upside. Let me come over to the weekly so you can see what I'm talking about. This is what it looks like right now. We have not touched this area since November 17th, November 24th, and then we added a deviation over in December 1st. So they're coming back to retest, basically affecting this potential pivot. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this so you can see it a little clearly. And what we want to see is a nice weekly reversal here. So this could be a prime opportunity for an entry to the upside on Robinhood. Again, be mindful. This is not telling you to bank in the whole entire house. This is investment. Dollar cost average. If you don't know what that means, then you want to go ahead and sign up to one of my classes, because that's the first thing I kind of teach when it's all said and done. And don't forget, inside my channel, I do have a learner's corner in there, and it's going to break down a lot of the things that you should know when it comes down to how to look at the charts and how to trade. So this will tell you right here that we are in the middle of a wedge with a bearish momentum, and they are trying to find a way to get up here. But if they can't get below here, all the bears that's like, wait, we can't get this levels, oh, we need to get out of here. All right, so they're going to go ahead and add to your liquidity. Let me just run through a couple more. APP, if you don't know AppLovin, really good company. They recovered very well. I was playing this to the upside a while back, and they kind of like pulled it right back against us. But you can kind of see nice little break. They kind of came with a lower low over here, but you can see they just came for the gap. The gap finished roughly around here, and it has been recovering ever since. When companies return money to shareholders, these are the things you want to scream to the hills, like, hey, this is a great company, and everybody's going to go ahead and make their purchase accordingly. So you can kind of see that's a strong company there. $1 billion in revenue. AppLovin, look for some upside here. It did suggest purchasing one position on that, so that could be one contract, it could be one share, it could be, you know, maybe fractional shares, whatever you feel comfortable with. But all I care about is that you work on a plan. And if you don't know how to do a plan, by all means, you're going to have to sign up for my one-on-ones. I'm doing free intro one-on-ones starting next week. I'm going to release the link to that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. That way you can know when I'm doing my free FREE one-on-ones. All right, let's see what else I got in here. I got Amazon with 2 positions, so let's see what's going on with Amazon. That it would suggest taking 2 positions on the daily. Oh, okay, so we got ourselves a nice little base. Let's get rid of these drawings, right? We got ourselves a nice little base roughly around that 211 level, and it looks like they're trying to go ahead and continue this to the downside, and it failed, right? It didn't get this lower low. So if this is going to continue and reject what looks like a bear flag or kind of look like a very sideways W, which would be a nice little break up to this level, I would say, yeah, a good two positions here will be solid. And if it breaks this level, it should start printing. So yeah, just keep an eye for Amazon here. All right. What else I got for y'all? It's almost 2 o'clock. I think I'm gonna go ahead and let's run through some futures stuff. All right, so we got NQ, which is the NASDAQ on the 45-minute. This thing has been a little bit of sideways and choppy in itself. 1245, so this was 12 to 1245. Nice little move to the upside. So basically that will be this. Nice close above, but they are running their head into a brick wall, which is an order block, which is making it difficult for it to continue to the upside. So just keep in mind on that. And it's only been NQ that's been triggering over here. Let's see what else I got for y'all. Let's talk about my project MA. This one is a fun one. This was at 1 o'clock and it was saying breakout session is kicking in. All right, so let's see what's going on the 5-minute on NQ. Yeah, around 1 o'clock, a nice little breakout that happened at 1 o'clock right here. Kind of had a little chasement and then continuation up, which also triggered our 45-minute trade right there. So this was a very, very strong move. If you waited for 1255, oh sorry, 1251, signaled it, which is roughly here. We dealt with a pullback, which was here, came back, broke out of this area, and that was our reload to get up in here. That was a strong set of ticks. That was about 274 ticks for my futures folks that trades futures. I want to give y'all more of these. Actually, I love the technique of this, so I'm about to put this on mainstream for the rest of the tickers and alert system. So this is going to be really fun trying to shift that. All right, I think I gave y'all everything. This is a 12-minute video. I try to fit it inside of 5 minutes. 5 minutes every day, 3 times a day, breaking down the alerts, showing you what's going on in the market. That way you can make some money. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That's how I get my currency from these YouTube algorithm streets. All right. So I want to say thank you very much for watching this video. Go ahead and share it to your friends and family. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 9. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.